Life has found a way, or should I say, it has been reborn. Jurassic World Rebirth is coming July 2nd, and the first trailer has dropped, giving us a nice taste of the story, the characters, and of course, the dinosaurs. There are some familiar beasts, but there's also new ones that look like they may be straight out of a nightmare. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. My name is MEL'S, and I am going to break down the trailer and show you all which dinosaurs are featured. Right at the start, as we're introduced to Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey's characters, we are seen meeting massive long necks here in this field, and these are apparently Titanosauruses. Now, that was listed everywhere online. I cannot find any specific sources that state that these are Titanosauruses, so if this is wrong, don't blame me. This gives off the same vibe as the original Brachiosaurus from Jurassic Park, with the characters staring out at the majestic beauty of these creatures. Now, according to some details that were revealed online and in this trailer itself, the characters are going after the largest land, sea, and air animals to obtain their DNA. So I'm guessing these are the largest land animals, which seems to fit. This is an entirely new dinosaur. It has not been featured in any of the video games, the spin-off television shows, or even the novels. With the Titanosaurus being land, next is our air animals. The characters seem to be gathering DNA from a nest inside these interesting ruins that we've never seen before in this franchise, so this leads me to think that we're not on any of the 5 deaths, but that's another video. They are attacked by this massive parasaur. Now, to my knowledge, these are the Quetzalcoatlus, which were first introduced in Jurassic World Dominion. Now, it's never specifically stated in the trailer if that's what this is, and there are plenty of visual discrepancies between the two versions. But I'm just going to check that up, as that was Biosyn's version of the Quetzal, and this is InGen's version of it. I'll be happy to see this pterosaur again, since we definitely did not get enough of it in Dominion. In a trailer, when we get to see what looks like an InGen lab, we see a velociraptor. Well, sort of. It's a two-headed velociraptor, which gives me vibes straight out of Alien Resurrection. You know, when the Ripley A clone finds all of her defective predecessors. And we see another creature, which looks like it's barely even embryo in this little canister. I don't know what this is, so I'm not going to label it as anything. All we know is that this is the research facility for the original Jurassic Park. Now, the introduction of that defective raptor does lead us to this, where we see a glimpse of what appears to be a normal velociraptor. We only get to see its feet for a quick second, but it is nice to see that these creatures continue to be a staple in this franchise. But enough about that. Let's talk about this thing. This thing that looks terrifying. It walks on all fours and has this bulbous head. And if you were to compare this to the Rancor from Star Wars, well, you're not wrong. The director, Gareth Edwards, specifically stated that this creature that we see is inspired by a Rancor and a Xenomorph mixed with a T-Rex.
We are going to die.
Well, that's a fucked up idea. We only get quick glimpses of it, but it's nice to see this franchise returning to horror. And in this quick shot, we get a quick glimpse of the Dilophosaurus. Yes, the Dilophosaurus is back once again. Another dinosaur that I thought did not get enough attention in Dominion, even though it was great to see it again. But in the very next shot, we get our first look at this movie's version of the T-Rex. Sadly, this isn't our girl Rexy. I'm pretty sure she's retired from this franchise, and she deserves it.
Yeah, squeak.
Not only do the colors not match, but this new Rex seems to be much more lean in comparison to the old girl. The T-Rex is the symbol of the Jurassic franchise. It's almost impossible not to have this dinosaur, so it'll be nice to see what else they can do with a new version of it. Now, I can already tell you theories suggesting, oh, maybe this is Doe from the Lost World Jurassic Park. Fun theory, but I don't really think so. Because at the ending of Dominion, we saw Buck and Doe living their lives in the Biosyn Sanctuary with Rexy. I think this is a whole new Rex we're dealing with here, and I'm excited to see what they do with it, because in this trailer we get a little tease of a certain segment from the book that has yet to make it into the movies, and that is the river raft scene. If you don't know, there is this whole sequence in the book, and it was going to be in the first movie that was going to feature Alan Grant and the kids trying to get away from the Rex on a raft. They think they're safe on the river, but they very much aren't. The Rex just swims after them, and it was maybe this terrifying sequence, but it never got released. But one thing the Jurassic movies have become kind of known for is that they'll recycle ideas that couldn't be used before into newer films. The Lost World did it, Jurassic Park 3 did it, and it kept going in almost every single movie, and now even Rebirth is doing it. Here we see in this trailer, they tease that just a little bit, and I hope it's as scary as I always pictured that scene to be. I'll also be curious to how many Rexes are in this movie, because this teaser seems to show a thriving dinosaur ecosystem, and if this one is just part of a family like the ones in The Lost World. Will it be 1, 2, or 3? Who knows? The more the merrier, I say. And speaking of which, the reveal down, a lot of people are going to be happy about it, especially those who actually enjoyed Jurassic Park 3. We got 3 Spinosaurs in this movie. Yep, the Spinosaur is finally returning after so many teases and deleted scenes. The Spinosaurs are back, and they're not quite the same as we expected. These Spinosaurs have a more angular fin on their back and are much smaller, and they have faces that are closer to the Baryonyx from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, for those of you who are wondering why they look so different, it has actually been revealed that the Spinosaurus that we know from Jurassic Park 3 is not a legit Spinosaur. It was the first attempt at a hybrid created by Henry Wu, and he had it abandoned on Isla Sorna. And these 3 that we see are more closer to what this world's version of a Spinosaurus is supposed to look like. Plus, it's a nod to the fact that we've learned so much more about the Spinosaurs to know that the Spinosaur is nothing like it is in that movie. And this pack of Spinos is protecting a Mosasaur. Now, a lot of people are going to be quick to call this the Mosasaurus, but that might not be true. Because if you listen to the trailer, Jonathan Bailey's Dodger Loomis specifically calls it a Mosasaur. There are many kinds of Mosasaurs out there. It's a whole family of marine reptiles. And the reason I don't think this is a Mosasaurus per se is because it has this large fin protruding out of the water. If we look back to Jurassic World and its sequels, the Mosasaur never had a dorsal fin or any large tail fin. If anything, the spines on its back look closer to what we see on a crocodilian. And even though this beast is large, it's actually much smaller than the Mosasaur that we know in Jurassic World. Now, this could just be explained that it's a different Mosasaurus, which is fair. I could be wrong, and it's just another distinct looking Mosasaurus. Fair. But there are other marine reptiles out there, such as the Tylosaurus, which is a much smaller animal, and it first debuted as Sauce Cannon in Jurassic Park the game, where it existed in a secret lagoon. It also appeared in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and if we look at that version, it does have a fin that protrudes out of the water. There are other Mosasaur species out there, but I'm sticking to my guns and I'm going to say this is either another Mosasaurus or a Tylosaurus. And I'm guessing it's going to be the water animal they need to extract DNA from, which is going to be quite difficult, obviously. And that's all the dinosaurs I could find. I went frame by frame to see if I could spy anything secret hidden in the trailer, but I couldn't. Unless you want to count the quick glimpse of their Triceratops skeleton in the museum, but I'm gonna guess not. I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown of mine. And what do you think about my Tylosaur theory? Is it a Tylosaur, is it a Mosasaurus, or is it something else in the marine reptile family? And are you excited for Jurassic World Rebirth? I'm definitely excited. It comes out July 2nd, I'll be there. I've seen every Jurassic Saga movie that's hit theaters since I was born, and I see no reason to stop that tradition. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notified of every bit of content we put out onto this channel. And until next time, I bid you all farewell.